This is the Right Now Heating and Air Conditioning Home Depot Sales Training Series. Welcome to Module 2, Booking the Appointment. This is the second step with the prospect in our selling system. This training is privileged and confidential and property of Jeff Cox and John Carson Productions at Right Now Heating and Air Conditioning. Please take notes. In this module, you'll discover it's best to sell the appointment, not the product. You'll be given a list of closing questions and finally the secret to not being misled by the prospect in our sales process. Remember, don't focus on the product, focus on the prospect. The idea is to sell an appointment, not the product. Your mission is to get yes to the next clear step in our process. Create a motto that says, I'm here to help you buy, not to sell. My mission is to always move the prospect one step closer to the appointment, or to invite our comfort advisor into your home. Remember, don't sound like a salesperson. The easy way not to is to ask great questions and listen. Take notes. Make it safe for the prospect to move to the next step. Now let's advance to the closing questions. Remember, the prospect is disappointed if you don't ask them to move forward. When it's time to follow the closing question pattern, here's what you should memorize. What were you hoping we could do? If we can do that, how would you like to proceed? Sounds great. Would it make sense to invite us in? What would you like to see happen next? By the way, that next step is to set up an appointment where our Emily shares how the process begins and ends with a day and date.
So what days work best for you primarily?
Let's see. Monday's no good. Wednesdays and Fridays are good.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so let me just go ahead and call them real quick.
And then you'll actually make the call right there then, is that correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you book the appointment while I'm standing there.
Yeah.
We'll have more closing tips from Emily in our next module. Be cautious. Setting the appointment can be a form of a put-off. They may agree to meet us, just to cancel. Always remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it might just be that. Check for buy-in and that the prospect is not misleading you. Always ask. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you'd buy today, 1 being you have no interest. Where are you in the process? You must have a first and last name. Here's how you get it. Remind me of your name. Real quick, how do I spell your last name? If the prospect will not give you a name, they more than likely will not be giving you money. Please get a cell phone number. That sounds like this. Remind me, real quick, your cell number is 208. Remember to be silent. A no here isn't a deal breaker. Usually, they give you a cell number. However, if they don't agree, ask this question. That's okay. How would you like to be communicated with? Text, email, or face-to-face? The best way to get an email address is, your email address is dave@gmail.com. No. It's Emily@rightnowheatcool.com. Don't skip this step just because they said yes or acted interested. Remember our big idea in the module. Sell the appointment, not the product. Own the closing questions. They need to like and trust you, and then they want your knowledge. Follow the closing question script. Finally, make sure they are not misleading you by acting interested with an appointment just to get rid of you. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Now, let's see if you're ready to move on to the next module. True or false, you should always lead the prospect by selling the product first thing. Now, write down 2 closing questions. What are 2 clues the prospect might be misleading you? When does our Emily call the Right Now Heating and Cooling office to book the appointment? If you need to be sure, go back and review. Own modules 1 and 2 before moving on to our next step, the appointment getter that sticks like glue.